When I share my stories with you, I'm literally hoping that some or all of you get some value from them. And if you've looked back at any of my videos, you'll see that I became extremely curious about my life and why my life was shaping out the way it was. And when I look back at some of the experiences and challenges that I went through, I was extremely lonely, like dreadfully lonely through my divorce, through having to learn to live on my own again, through some judgmental and opinionated friends that I had in my life, and through some relationships. And it was really hard and it was really confusing as to why these things were happening. What I realized is that I was allowing life to lead me rather than becoming a leader of my life and taking charge of my life. Now, these answers didn't come overnight. This was through diligence of self-study, persistence, consistency, curiosity, wanting and having a desperate desire to find the answers as to why things were happening to me. And I would, go from job to job, trying to find that fulfillment, showing up as a version that I thought people wanted to see of me. But the actual truth is that I didn't know the version that I needed to be because I didn't know the real me. I didn't know who I was. So I was just winging it and just hoping for the best outcome. And it didn't always work out that way for me, unfortunately. And I'd look at other people's lives and I think, my God, why are they finding things so much easier than me? And, and I'm sure there were things going on in their lives, but that's what I thought. I thought, why is it that it appears that other people are just finding things so much easier and living life in a way that they seem to be really enjoying and I'm not? And then it dawned on me when I look back at these experiences and these challenges, that's where all my answers were. All of my answers lied in the experiences and the challenges that were showing up in my life. And when I look back, I can see the times that I showed up authentically, because I'd started to build that confidence and to find me again. I started to understand what I really was. And so when I started just showing up as me, I'm not really giving a crap about what other people thought. I was just me. Things seemed to flow a lot more easily in my life. The people that showed up were kinder. There was just so many things. I would get the job offers when I went to an interview, and I was just, I used to have this attitude of, they don't like me, I don't care. I'm just going to go and I'm going to be me. And if they like that, then brilliant. And all the times that I showed up in those ways, I always got the job. And it was similar like when I used to go on dates, and I would show up, and if I wasn't really that bothered, I would just be me. And the times I was me were the times that these people wanted to continue to kind of date me. And the times that I wasn't me were the times when people weren't interested. So there's absolute massive truth in showing up, in being authentic, and life does work out so much more easily for you. But it's obviously finding that authenticity in you if yours was lost, like mine was lost from years and years and years ago. So I couldn't keep that going consistently enough when I look back. And so my life then became, instead of just like a downward spiral, it became a roller coaster. But what I was able to do through all the years of self-study, the diligence, the persistence, that curiosity, that drive, being so resourceful to get the answers, was that when I was able to finally show up with value for myself and self-worth, I was able to be authentic 99.9% of the time, it's nearly 100% of the time. And going from that to not even knowing who I was years ago was a massive, massive transformation for me. And like I said, when you are authentic, when you show up authentically, great things happen. And the more I learned to value myself, the more I learned to show up authentically and to understand that I matter, my opinion of me matters more than the opinion of anybody else, that dread and that loneliness just dissipated. It literally just went. And I can honestly say that when you do the work, when you become the leader of your life, when you take charge of your life, when you find your authenticity, when you learn to value who you are and to love and accept yourself, who you are unconditionally, and you get that fulfillment in your life, life just happens for you, not to you. So I hope that's helped. If you like that video, it'd be great if you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to notify you of when I'm posting, which are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But, I really hope that's helped. So for anybody out there that's feeling extremely lonely, I got a coach and I did the work outside of seeing a coach as well. It wasn't just having, 1 hour session a week that was going to get me my answers. I had to do the work myself too. I had to take responsibility for me. So if you are like I was then, having these pangs of loneliness and the dread of just feeling so lonely, whether that's in a crowd of people, whether that's in the wrong job, whether, whatever it is, I really hope that this video shows you that when you do the work and you're diligent and persistent and you take responsibility for your life rather than being led by life, great things start to happen for you. And the more you show up authentically, the more you discover what your fulfillment is and what that means to you, the more you value yourself, life will become a lot easier. And that loneliness, and I promise you, that loneliness just dissipates. So I'd be really interested to hear any of your stories and to have a conversation on here. So please feel free to comment below. If there's areas, or if you're feeling lonely, or if you need more guidance, a nudge in the right direction to start you on your journey to healing, to getting that life that you want, to releasing these feelings of dread, of fear, of loneliness, then please get in touch. So yeah, I really hope that's helped, and I will be back soon.